James Summers, welcome back to another movie review. Today we're going to do Vengeance. Let's talk a little bit about Vengeance. It was very interesting. Ashton Kutcher was very interesting in the character he played, but I'm going to let you talk a little bit about what you think about it, Tony.
This is a film that I watched one trailer going into it, so I really didn't know what to expect, and man, I'm glad I did it that way. BJ Novak, writer, director, and stars in the film. Most of you know him from The Office fame, of course. But man, he's given us something here. There's really a lot to chew away at, to try to peel back the layers of. It's a very smart intellectual drama. Obviously focuses with the title Vengeance, but it's a murder mystery set in the deep plains of Texas. Whereas the characters themselves say, you don't really know what's going on out there. Different way of life. But the film as a whole, and thematically, it challenges your viewpoint on so much of our today's technology. Not to get into details, that you'll uncover yourself, but our reliance on technology, our certain routines, and everything else like that, stripped away in different locations, really just show you, how we depend on things. It's a deeply reflective and introspective take on ourselves, and it shows honestly how divided we are as a nation at times as well. But it's beautifully engaging and self-aware, and it really makes you think. I found myself multiple times throughout the film questioning, like, should I feel bad for feeling this way? And he's not trying to preach at you on how you should believe, but it really makes you take a step back and look at your own thoughts and beliefs and kind of how you feel about everything as a whole.
It kind of reminded me of this past election and the division of our country. When you see this particular family that BJ Novak's character is with, and what he starts investigating and what he learns about the family. You're right. Texas is a whole nother world. and things that go on in Texas, like in Vegas, they stay in Texas. So we don't talk about that. It was very interesting. That family was just, grandma was something else. Mom was something else. It was very interesting. I don't want to make too much spoilers, but how the family actually didn't really completely open up to the reporter until a slip by grandma. That was very interesting. And all of a sudden we started seeing things in a different light. We were drawn in and brought in by one particular theme and subject. And all of a sudden we're learning, like, wait a minute, what? Okay, let's talk about this. Let's investigate this. What was very interesting was how deeply involved he got with this entire thing and how it ended. It was very interesting. So speaking of ending, Tony, what do you give Vengeance?
For me, it's getting a 4 out of 5. Like I said, it's a very intellectual film. BJ Novak, I know he's just getting started here, but he has a bright future ahead of him, and for us, we should be very thankful to give us cinema that you can think about and kind of, like I said, peel back and interpret how you wish. It really comments on, it's a battle of morality essentially at times, and it shows what our society focuses on or how our society lacks focus as well. So very, very good film. He has steps to take along the way when it comes to kind of getting the tone and the pace consistent. But I'll tell you what, this is a pretty good starting point.
So Tony, did you take psychology or sociology in college? Because
one class.
There, it does. You bring some stuff out in this particular movie that really talks about Americana completely, and I have to agree with you. I would give it 4 out of 5 too. It was a very good film. It really drawed you in. It really made you take a real good look at family values, and how people think. And then actually seeing how these people thought and how they did things the way they did, and how you do things in your own family and in your own neighborhood. It was very interesting. So the consensus is 4 out of 5 for Vengeance. BJ Novak, you did a really good job actually directing this. Also starring Issa Rae, Ashton Kutcher, Boyd Holbrook, J. Smith Cameron. The family was cool. And you know what? I used to have a cousin that used to come in my bedroom and sleep on the floor too. So that was interesting. James Thomas, we've been talking about Vengeance with Tony. Janelle's not with us today. She hadn't seen the movie, but she will be with us next week when we look at 13 Lives. Thank you again for watching Morning Blend.